All right, welcome back to Eyes Open Media. All right, so this is a big breaking news here because this is coming from Iran. So it says Iran's inflation rate to decline to single digits next month. Okay, I did talk about this in the report on Currency 365, so you might want to check the report out. But we're gonna go through this, and see what they're talking about here. We already know what they're really talking about. Okay, like I said before in the report, the governor of the Central Bank of Iran told us that give him 6 months or less after implementation day, and also he needed to see the inflationary rate in single digits. Okay, so it says here that the let me see here. It says the inflationary rate or the inflation rate, which was above 40% in the 8 years leading to election of President Hassan Rouhani in 2013, was a drop to 10.4 in May. Okay, so 10.4 in May. Then you have April. Then you have June, and then you have July. So it looks like here in July, it's going to finally be under in the single digits. So it's going to crack the nine code, okay? And that's when they, that's the end of their of the CBI's governor's promise of his 6 months, okay, from implementation day, because implementation day was January 15th, 16th, or 17th. I can't remember. So if you go 6 months from there, it's the 15th, 16th, 17th of July. Okay, so he told the world that he was going to restructure his banking and his currency reforms in 6 months. Okay, so he's coming up on that deadline here in a couple of weeks, in 3 weeks. Okay, his deadline is over. So you know what I mean? So and it kind of interesting that the inflationary rates will be in single digits in July. Okay, and he also said that he needed the inflation to be at single digits before he did any kind of currency reform. So, so it just plays out. I guess, everything's already planned. I'm pretty sure he knew that he was gonna do something in July, when he made these statements back in December and January. Um, okay, let's see. I don't know really much else to read because a lot of this stuff doesn't pertain to us. Um, it says he referred to the high inflation rate as a big problem, which his government has been working to tackle since the early days of its formation. Okay, so remember, they're going to be going back into the international world, so they're going to have to lift value for inflationary measures, just like Iraq. Okay, so what did Dr. Shabibi say he was going to do? He was going to lift the value for inflationary measures first, and then give the world the full blown RV. Okay, so Iran's going to also lift the value for inflationary measures as they rejoin the global markets. Okay, with the lifting of the banking sanctions and the investment sanctions of America, that's going to give Iran back into the global market stage, and they're going to have to lift their value for inflationary measures. Okay. Now, some of you guys are trying to wonder and try to decide what the rate is going to be. We don't. No one knows. No one really knows. If you drop if you drop all the zeros, then yeah, 30 cents is what it comes out to. I mean, is it going to come out there initially? Probably not. We don't know. We don't know if they're going to just go right up to 30 cents, or they're going to let the markets take it up, okay, to 30 cents. We don't know. Could it go up to $1? Could it go up to maybe only 5 cents? We don't know. We don't know. You know what I mean? We just gotta wait and see what they do. But it says here that the analysts believe that a rise in production of goods and services has attracted liquidity to these sectors and led to the new fall in inflation rates. Okay, so inflation is falling, but it's still in the double digits, and they're going to be in the single digits in July. And it's still going to be high. It's still going to be in the nines. So it's, they're going to have to raise the value. Okay, and that's what they want to do. They're going to raise the value now. Are they going to raise the value the same day that America lifts the banking section sanctions off? We don't know. Are they going to wait 3 days, business days, and then lift the value after America has let the banking sanctions off? We don't know. Okay, so we don't know what's going to really happen. Will Iraq be the trigger to lift the banking sanctions off of Iran? Probably. You know what I mean? That's probably what's going to happen, because only reason why that we haven't lift banking sanctions now is because there's a country next to them that we have put so much effort and time into that we need to see them lift their value first. Okay, and I think maybe the same day as Iraq lifts their values, the same day we're probably going to hear Iran lift their value. Iran's banking sanctions are lifted. That doesn't mean that you're going to see Iran's rate lifted that same day. I don't think you're going to see that. I think you're going to probably see Iran's banking lifted, sanctions lifted, but Iran maybe 3 business days to 10 business days, 15 business days after. Okay, so and same thing with Vietnam. After as well, maybe Vietnam the same time frame, 3 business days to 15, 20 business days after, you'll see Vietnam as well, because they're ready to go, but they're waiting as well. So yeah, that's about it, man. Iran's inflation rate to decline to single digits next month, and that's what the governor of the Central Bank of Iran said that he wanted to see before he made currency reforms. And he also said give him 6 months from implementation day, and it all falls in the same exact time. July. Okay, so it is what it is. That's all I can say. Eyes open, and go check out the report. And I think I'm done for the day. I did Patreon video as well already. So if you guys are on Patreon, check that out. TH Global video update is on the main channel for you guys that are signed up to that. If you're not signed up to that, you can sign up in the link description below. It launches July 4th. So interesting. Everything's launching in July. Okay, so it is what it is. Currency 365. Eyes open.